Hey guys, Chrisman Lighting here, and today I'm going to talk to you about what I want to see in my list for of Arrow versus next crossover, Crisis on Infinite Earths. And funny enough, it's ironic I'm wearing a Venom shirt while I'm doing this. But hey. If people who do not know what Crisis on Infinite Earths is, it's basically DC's way of basically reconstructing their entire multiverse into one singular Earth, fixing some characters' origins, so on and so forth. And it seems like it's a very smart thing that Arrowverse is doing it because of some aspects of it that it's not really so good. And to be honest, I'm a big fan of the Flash TV show, except for some parts, which is why I'm glad that they're doing Crisis on Infinite Earths. Have I watched the Arrow much? Only on Netflix. And when they kind of start bringing in Batman villains, like Ra's al Ghul, Deadshot, some people like that, it kind of made me not really want to watch it because they are basically setting up like Green Arrow as Batman, when actually it's the complete opposite. Now I love Stephen Amell as a Green Arrow. I'm sad that he's leaving, but I think this might be the best send off yet for a TV show, and basically a rebooting of 4 TV shows, possibly 5 if you count Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, Black Light. Yeah, 4. 4 TV shows as reboots, possibly bringing back Smallville and like all that stuff. Anyhow, I'm gonna get straight into my list. A number 10 that I want to see on my list is actually have more Earths explored and seeing the destruction from the Anti-Monitor. Why I say this is because in the comic books and in some form, you don't see the Anti-Monitor. Heck, you barely even see him when he's destroying Earth 3, which is actually the home of Crime Syndicate and not Jake Garrick. Sorry about that. So seeing like the Crime Syndicate's Earth, whichever Earth they inhabit, is destroyed, would be a great reference not only to the comic book, but also to see how powerful the Anti-Monitor actually is, and why the Monitor had to basically gather these bunch of teams, get like this big multiverse team going to stop the Anti-Monitor for destroying the entire multiverse. Until the big showdown on Earth 1. Now, number 9, bring in a lot more characters that we have not seen on the show yet. We do know that Kingdom Come Superman will be in the crossover. Thank you, Lord. I'm just excited, mainly because it's been a while since we've seen the Atom play Superman. So, I'm excited for that. And also, Kevin Conroy, the Batman of the animated series, Batman Beyond, in the Arkham games, is playing an older Bruce Wayne. Which I'm like, yay! A lot of great fan service right then and there, along with Bird Warrior possibly being all Batwoman. But for this type of crossover event, you have to bring in Harbinger. And also bring in characters that need to be in there, like Jon Stewart, Green Lantern, which is possibly also confirmed by this point that you're watching this video, as well as Wonder Woman. Easy enough. Smallville's version of the Justice League, which was, heck, it was pretty good. Bring back Dr. Fate. I mean, we only seen the helmet of Naboo once in Constantine, which is actually kind of weird, but hey, he collects magical trinkets to help him in his fight against the devils. Sorry, my nose is a little bit runny. Sickies. And also, bring back John Constantine for this. I'm serious. This is like the biggest thing that's ever happened in quite a while for comic book history. And basically, Psycho Pirate is going to be in there. Also, please bring back Firestorm for this. I'm serious. We need Ronnie Raymond and Professor Stein. They're the hugest part of the crossover besides Jon Stewart Green Lantern. Hang on, we'll go on and pause right quick, and then I shall see you back to discuss what my number 8 is going to be. And we're back. Sorry about that. Anyhow, let's see. Number 8, bring in redheaded Wally West. Mainly because he was also another huge part of the comic book series. And I know it should be like part of number 9, but actually I'm putting this character on a separate thing. Mainly because it could set up the perfect setup for the next Flash. And I'll get that when I get to number 1 in a moment, because Wally West, red-haired version of course, has always been my favorite version of Wally West. Mainly because of how funny he is, the type of jokes he cracks, and not to see him in Flash, it's kind of been like, wait, what? So, hopefully they get him in there. Now, let's see, what else? Oh, yeah. My number 7 is don't screw Batman up, CW. I mean, I know that you got, like, Batwoman in there, which I don't have a problem with. But hopefully in, like, the Batwoman show, we actually find out, like, Batman is still, like, looking for Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul, depends on which pronunciation you like better. And that would actually explain why he's been away for 3 years. Why? Why do you say Ra's al Ghul? Because, trust me, Ra's al Ghul is not dead. It's proven. And I've seen some evidence that actually proves that Ra's al Ghul is still alive. But anyhow, that's enough of my thing, but yeah, with Kevin Conroy being played as a Batman, okay, you got one good thing right, CW. One good thing right. Because Kevin Conroy is like almost the Batman when you think of him from cartoons and stuff. Now, as long as they don't like screw him up, that would be like my favorite thing. Because I'm a huge fan of Batman. Am I a fan of Flash? Certain aspects. But I am a very big fan of Batman, as you can't tell. Probably I should have worn a Batman shirt for this. But anyhow, that was my rambling. But I can't say this enough. Don't screw up Batman. Did you screw up Superman? No. Which I applaud you for. But just don't screw up Batman. And right now, number 6. Have the Green Lantern Corps be a major role in this crossover. Mainly because we are possibly getting Jon Stewart, or Hal Jordan, depends on which one the writers go with, into Crisis. It has to happen because Green Lantern was also another big part of this. But actually have the Green Lantern Corps, so Kilowog, and like other people like that in the crossover, so that we could see the potential of a Green Lantern spin-off show that could take place in after Arrow is kind of done. And what else? That's just my number 6. Oh yeah, number 5. Have basically, fix the Anti-Monitor suit, guys. I mean, I get it. He's played by the same actor, which, of course, it actually makes perfect sense that he would be, because he's the exact opposite of the Monitor. But I've seen the photos, the concept photos of the Anti-Monitor suit, and I say I'm not a big fan of it. If you want the Anti-Monitor to be more menacing than as this grand old villain, heck, have him be more robotic. That's just like, basically my main point is please fix the costume. Number 4. Again, possibly me being nitpicky, but show like Harbinger getting infected by one of the shadow demons, and actually show the shadow demons attacking some heroes. Because let's be honest, Superman's going to be in there no matter what. Anti-Monitor is going to be there no matter what. But you have to have Shadow Demons and Guardians, which is one of the main factors of Crisis. And also factors in why Barry Allen saves them in the first place. Number 3. Bring back the Smallville cast. Because we've seen like the Green Arrow from Smallville and possibly Roy Harper from that same TV show on Earth 90, which is where the 90s Flash is from. I see what you did there, CW, and I applaud you for it because Elseworlds was a great way to set up this. Anyhow, but yeah, have Smallville come back. That was actually a great show. Even Doomsday was in there, which was perfect. Number 3. Now this is where we get to the more gruesome part of this. Actually show some characters' deaths. Because Crisis is not an all-happy book. Characters, universes, and Earths die in it. Why? Anti-Monitor. Simple as that. But mainly because of 2 important deaths that happen in there that actually kills, no pun intended, some universes. Harbinger getting affected by the Shadow Demons that kills one part of her personality and then she becomes the anti-Harbinger. That sounded a lot better in my head, but whatever. And also a lot of other characters dying. That is the one way that you will have like this, and actually have like the audience connect with these people before you kill them off. Like that would be the one major thing, because you did that perfectly in like Arrow with Tommy Merlin, and they killing him off. A lot of people felt that emotion from it. I know I did when I watched the Netflix show on it. Number 2, don't make Green Arrow's death in vain. Actually have like people still trying to be Green Arrow after Oliver Queen dies. Because you still have Roy Harper, hopefully, unless he's killed by the Anti-Monitor. If you bring back Smallville, you're still going to have an Oliver Queen. So actually have like a different version of Green Arrow show up, and others still trying to carry on the good name. Besides Emiko Queen. Why is mainly because I can't see her being like the grand old Emerald Knight that Green Arrow is supposed to be in the CW verse. And number 1, please, oh please, because I really want this to happen. It'll probably be a good way to like have like the return of Barry Allen, and then like have Power Girl take over for Supergirl. If Barry Allen, of course, ever does come back, from what I'm suggesting. Please kill off Earth 1 Flash and Earth 38 Supergirl. This has to happen. Why? Because Supergirl is one of the main reasons that it shows that the Anti-Monitor can be attacked. Not in the brutal way, but actually physically harm him. But still, like the death of Supergirl, that was a major aspect in Crisis on Infinite Earths that literally shocked the whole comic book world besides the death of Superman. And also, you have to have the death of Barry Allen. Mainly because it's the only way to stop the Anti-Monitor. Because in the comics, with the Anti-Monitor's death cannon, as I like to call it, Barry Allen runs so fast around that thing that it literally destroys it, and himself in the process, and he becomes that same old lightning bolt that strikes him back in Season 1. Which also leads up to the point of where Wally West, red-hair version of course, takes over for Barry Allen. And what I'm suggesting is that since Supergirl possibly will be dead after attacking the Anti-Monitor, and that's when you can bring in Power Girl, which can be done by the same actress, except she can act like a little bit more snarkier and a lot more adultish, to take over for Supergirl on Earth 38. But still, just please kill off Barry Allen and Cara Danvers. And then bring in Power Girl and Wally West to take over for them. And then if you want to, you could do the rebirth of Barry Allen, where he comes back, becomes a Black Flash, and it was all Professor Zoom's fault. Or basically, as you know, Reverse Flash. And that's actually my main 10 points I actually want in this crossover. If you guys have other suggestions, please comment down below, like this video, and this is Chrisman Lightning, while being Venom, waiting for the lightning. Protect you guys. See you around.